In today's video, myself and Harry are going to be playing an LTA Grade 2 tournament in Middlesbrough. We had some crazy matches against some of the best players in the country. Let me show you how we got on.
Welcome to Everything Padel.
Welcome. Me and Harry have arrived at the tournament. The only thing that we're a bit concerned about right now is we haven't really been able to warm up much. So we've literally got here. I've driven down this morning, 4-hour drive. When our match is due to start in about 5 minutes and there's been no warm up, so we're going to go just basically straight in. Do you feel confident, like, at the moment in general?
Yes, but like I haven't played this week. I've been ill, so.
Yeah. Harry telling me that he's been ill and not played much was about as far as our pre-tournament team talk went. But after a little walk, it was time for our first match. And this was against Sammy and Antonio. Sammy, the guy in the blue directly opposite to me, and then Antonio, the guy in the orange cross court to me, down the line to Harry. So me and Harry, I think we felt from the warm-up that we could do this. I think I was saying to Harry that they're both very, very solid. They seem to get everything back. They served first, they won the play for serve. And it started off really, really nicely for us. You can see me and Harry looking very positive here, high-fiving each other. We were in a very good mindset as we first started. Just really wanted to get through this first game comfortably. Straight away, we managed to get the early break, and it was time for my serve, now switching at the end. So 1-love up, perfect start to get that early break, pushing them on the back foot and feeling like they're down straight away. And then on my serve, just keeping it super simple, playing my volleys, keeping them at the back of the court and forcing the errors. And as you've seen, my partner is Harry. We've played together a lot, so very used to each other's style. Harry's biggest strengths are his volleys, I'd say, especially his backhand volley, which makes him perfect for the right side. But yeah, a very, very comfortable start from us here. So we won the first 2 games, very good start, winning our serve and breaking them. Things felt quite comfortable, felt in control, felt like we knew what we needed to do to win the point. Not winning every single point, they still had some quality. This Sammy guy ended up being a lefty, had a really strong overhead game, strong vibras, and he had the quality to pop it out, and also quite a big smash as well. So I actually found myself a lot of time playing more cross to Antonio, just focusing on beating him cross. So the first set felt really comfortable. We won all of our service games. Things were all going very nice, and we even broke their serve twice. We had the simple game plan, which is just keep it really simple, keep lobbing Antonio, take the net, and then we felt really confident when we were at the net position we would have the quality to win it. And then also their vibras were kicking up a little bit, so we could push the net quite quickly with Chiquitas, so it allowed us to bring us in, not just from the lob, we could come in from the Chiquita also. Harry serves it to Antonio, and then he hits the net, and we take the first set 6-2. Really comfortable, won all of our service games and then broke them twice. And the second set begins. So, really good start, and we started this second set, and I always say that one of the most important games in padel is that first game of the second set. And we also started this really well as well with Antonio serving, and we managed to get the break of serve. Again, we were doing the exact same thing in that first set, just grinding them down really slowly, really comfortable. Now it's time for my serve, and this is where it all started to go horribly wrong. You see in this first point, I get quite an easy ball and I just dump it straight into the net. Just got a little bit too keen, it came up nicely for me, and I should have, again, just carried on playing in. I reckon if I just placed that towards the corner, we'd probably win that point, but you know, not too big a deal. And then this next point, I think, was actually quite a big turning point. Antonio does some really good defense from my vibras. We got in a volley battle when his back turned, so I thought I'd just go at him, but he recovered quickly, and then they went up in the point. And it just felt at the time, and me watching it back now, that this was a bit of a turning point, because suddenly we were 30-love down on my serve. They'd just beaten us in the point. They got momentum. And then with another mistake, they had broken my serve back, which was completely against the script of how this match was playing out. To win comfortably the first set and then break their serve at the start of the second set, for them to break us back, it really gave them a lot of belief and momentum. Things just started going downhill. There was loads of mistakes. The points just were not going how I wanted them to go, obviously, if I wasn't winning them. Confidence was getting low, not maintaining the net, lobs going short, and overheads being played too safe. I'm watching it now, I'm cringing to watching how I'm playing here. Just like slow, not very intense. So you can tell like my head is down. Belief is starting to go a little bit, and you can tell that Antonio and Sammy are massively on the up. So from this point onwards in the second set, basically what would happen was that me and Harry would win our serve quite comfortably and then just not be able to break Sammy and Antonio's serve. And the more this went on, the more frustrated we were getting, and the more that I felt Sammy and Antonio's confidence was increasing. A lot of the games were going to juice on their serves, but we just kept losing them, and I just feel like we were running out of ideas of how to beat them, and every rally was just the same, of just average lobs, moving backwards and forwards, and it all became a bit safe. To the point that before mine or Harry's serve, I'd be talking to Harry about what we should do tactically for trying to break their serve. And Harry kept saying to me, well, let's try and get through this one, which is definitely the better mindset to have. But that's almost what I got stuck in, this idea that I should be winning this, and getting so frustrated because of how the first set went. And even though the second set was neck and neck, it felt like I was losing because every game they were up 2-1, then 3-2, then 4-3. So it felt like we were down the whole time when technically it was still even. So we found ourselves at 5-all, and finally, after really pushing, me and Harry managed to break the serve, and now it was time for Harry to serve out the set. Surely nothing could go wrong, right? So again, I can't really explain what happened, but Sammy and Antonio just fought back and managed to break us back. So we were heading to the tie break. I'm sure people can relate to matches like this. You finally break someone's serve and then they just break you straight back. So not good from me and Harry. So the tiebreak to 7 started. Again, we started strong, which has been quite a theme of this video, starting well and then messing up, to the point that we were leading in this tiebreak 5-1. On serve as well, all we needed was 2 points for the win. And I don't really know how to explain this, but we lost this tiebreak 7-5. I didn't want this video to go on too long, so I've cut out quite a bit. But I might start uploading the full matches to another channel so you guys can see exactly what went wrong in the matches. I'm sure I'll get a fair bit of criticism. But we were heading to the super tiebreak to 10 to decide who gets through to the next round. So the heads were really dropping at this point. I was actually so annoyed of how much me and Harry were bottling it right now. I couldn't believe that the game had made it to a final tiebreak to 10. You have to give a lot of credit to Sammy and Antonio, because to lose the first set 6-2 and then the first game of the second set, like mentally they were a lot better than us. So apologies that it's been quite a negative video so far, lots of criticism towards myself and Harry's performance in this set. However, it's not all bad news, as in this tiebreak we started well for the 5th time in the match, went 9-3 up, but this time got the win. Finally the game was done. It took over 1 hour 45 minutes and we were through to the next round. Oh my god. So me and Harry have just won our first game. I can't believe that. That's the most like typical me and Harry performance ever. Like be fine, cruising, and then just start messing it up. We just get stuck in a rut. We could not break their serve. Of course, we finally break their serve and then they break us straight back. So stupid. Thank God we're through. And now time for a game that's probably about 20 times tougher with Jake and Cam. So Jake and Cam are both GB squad players with super high rankings in the UK. Cam trains all the time out in Spain, and the only positive of this game was that me and Harry train with Jake a lot, so we know his game, we know we can win points past him, so the idea was to play more shots to him. Cam and Jake were ruthless when they had a chance. Little unlucky on the first point there, but overall they started super strong. Any opportunity they had to win the point, they would do so instantly. Again, we did get a little unlucky on a few points near the start, but I don't think it was anything that drastically changed this first set. Our plan was to play more to Jake. It was tough with Cam being left-handed. Anything down that middle was easy for him to play and get into the game. Very hard for Harry on that right side cross to him. So we went 2-0 down, but honestly did not play bad at all. Had some chances to win those games. It was now time for my serve, and me and Harry held the net position on our service game really well here, and we managed to hold, which I was buzzing about, to get on the scoreboard. Now Jake's serve, and after winning our first game, we had a bit of momentum and belief and started to grow into the game. And it's a real shame that I go out of shot here, because this is probably my best shot of the day, past Cam to his right side. I just thought he'd be all over the middle if he sees me go for the Bahada, so I thought I'd go for it. Kept saying to Harry, let's make them play and not us lose it, force them to play the winner. And now a break point for me and Harry, and Jake smashed with not quite enough on it, managed to get it past Cam to level the score up at 2-2. So level at 2-2 now, back to our serve, and I felt really good. I played all right in these first opening parts of the game, but just going to show you a couple of mistakes that I made. Felt really competitive in these rallies, but just went for too much on my backhand volley. Maybe got a little bit overconfident, but over these next couple of games, it was really close, and I felt like we had a good grip on the game. So Harry decided on this point that he didn't fancy letting me play my forehand volley, and instead he dived across for a backhand pop out, which was an interesting decision. I think Jake was the most surprised. And then on this point here, I rolled my ankle as Jake returned the ball, so I couldn't get it back. But I realised after that Harry didn't realise, and he thought I was just saying that it was his ball to take. But it wasn't, I just nearly tripped up. But this then messed up the next couple of points, because then we were both unsure of who was going to take the middle. Harry was taking more, so then I was more hesitant. And you can see, for example, I move across, Harry takes it, and then Cam plays down the line into the gap. Next point, I hesitate, and then we go down in the point. And then Cam has enough and decides just to kick it out the court from behind the white line on a break point as well. But it was just frustrating, like just these little things that you just can't afford to happen in these level of games, and it just gave them this momentum. Jake really started to grow into this game now and just got stronger and stronger, more consistent. He played with more confidence, and both of them at the net had such a strong presence. They would just punish any return that was not perfect. So that was the end of the first set. Bit disappointing, as I felt a few things just didn't go our way and they kind of just ran away with it. But that is this level of paddle. If you make mistakes, you get punished. And the second set started and Jake and Cam were just ruthless. They really got into their stride, effortlessly winning points. Me and Harry had a couple chances here and there, but overall we just got completely destroyed by the superior players. I think the game just went away from us and they destroyed our belief. Again, cut quite a bit out here because I know the video is getting on a little bit. So basically just imagine the points you're seeing now, but about 100 more times. And with a big smash from Jake, they go through to the next round, and they also went on to win the entire tournament. So at least me and Harry lost to the winners. Like, the difference between the start of that game compared to the end of the game before is ridiculous. Like, we look like different players. But then, yeah, they were just too good. Obviously, Jake, so good. Cam, ridiculous. There was a point, I think it was like 4-2. It was still quite close. Quite an important point, and he did a no-look shot, which made me again kind of got in my head like
Jake said that, like, he does that fairly often.
I feel like that was a bit of a turning point of like, this guy is just a different level. Please subscribe if you like this. It helps me make more of these videos. See you in the next one.